All right, so welcome back, tier ones. It was 111 when I started the reading. So this reading is going to be all about the masculine collective and the inner masculine energy within us all as we go through this transition in 2024. And so let's start. Okay, we're gonna start with the angel gods and goddesses. So let's see who is guiding the masculine collective. By the way, I wanted to say that Archangel Raphael, Archangel Metatron, who is quite a presence. Okay, we have Angel of Manifestation. Ooh, I'm excited for this reading. Okay, Archangel Metatron, who is the Archangel of Manifestation. Let's see what the guidebook says. And they're obviously Archangel Michael. They were very present with me. Just a 1-1 again. Leadership. It's all about leadership. But also, this goes hand in hand with the message that I shared previously in the other video. Because we cannot manifest in the physical world if we're not in the physical world. So if we're out there in the 5D, I mean, that's cool. But if you want to manifest things in the 3D, we need to come back down here. So, Angel of Manifestation, your efforts. Sorry, my guides are just laughing right now. Your efforts and determination and perseverance have paid off. This is the year of manifestation as well. So I'm hearing for our wave. Wow. Just so 155, which is about changes. Focus, Anna. Okay, so something you have yearned for, dreamt of, and worked towards is about to manifest. Yet, this is not a time for wild elation. Keep your focus and balance. Keep your focus and balance, and do not lose sight of your original purpose. Quietly give thanks to your angels, to gods and goddesses and the universe for the blessings, and continue quietly with your work. Gosh, okay, so exactly what I was sharing in the other episode as well is this year is taking a grounded approach, a balanced approach to manifesting our dreams, our vision. And a big word, a big theme that I heard as well is gratitude. We need to master the art of living in the now, living in the physical body. And, this happens through healing trauma. The more you heal trauma, that doesn't allow you, that dissociate you from living on earth because you're afraid, right? You're living fear. So when you live in fear, you're unable to ground, you're unable to manifest, you're unable to, connect with the physical reality in a healthy way. There's something missing because I wanted to pull 3 cards. Okay, we're going to come back. And what I was sharing, it's I lost my train of thoughts. Okay, so yeah, exactly. So this card just comes to, this is actually the confirmation of my previous message in the previous episode, sharing that this is the approach that we're going to take. We're going to be much more in the masculine energy over this year of 2024, especially into the 2024. The next week, what I'm hearing is a very masculine energy, which means we are really taking practical turns towards a vision. Oh yeah, I was saying, okay, just leaves, but let's get an archetype card for the masculine collective, and then we're gonna do tarot and the Starseed Oracle for our purpose. I'm not feeling guided to, so I was guided to do weekly check-ins, probably twice a week, collective readings for our wave, but I'm not guided to the self. Interesting. I'm not guided to, split, because as I was sharing, yes, I have 60% masculine energy and 40% feminine energy within my tribe, but that's just really, it's detail. It doesn't matter, right? We're gonna be in inner union, so it's we're no longer going to be feeling, split or, and I'm also seeing that it's a balance. So sometimes we're going to need to be more in our masculine, sometimes we're going to need to be more in our feminine. And it's, the masculine has feminine wounds within that they need to heal. The feminines have masculine wounds that they need to heal, like it was the case for me. So it's not a black and white process, okay? So the reason why I'm saying I want to check in for the masculine collective, it's for the masculine energy within us all. The mother, the self and the mother, okay? The self and the mother. So we got some feminine energy coming through the self and the mother. Oh, I'm hearing individuation. I'm hearing individuation. Okay. I don't know what this message is all about with the mother, but let's see if the guidebook says something. You're being asked to deepen your faith and beliefs. Duh. Yeah, it's about the masculine collective integrating faith and their intuition and their feminine energy. You are being asked to deepen your faith and belief, to look back at where you came from and strengthen connections with the place you began, to mend what needs mending, and even to create new connections. No past can truly be completely left behind. Take some additional self-care and self-love opportunities. Something remains and it must be healed or absorbed in some way. The mother nurtures without condition and loves without without question. They know that no one is beyond the healing strength that comes from being earthly or divinely mothered. And the guidance is, oh wow, okay, the guidance is describe what unconditional love means to you. Duh. So, very loud and clear. So the divine masculine is in the month of January is going through the process of individuating from the karmic energies, which may be, distorted family patterns in their family, in the karmic family, and learning the frequency of true unconditional love from source, from goddesses, from just really learning what unconditional love, like really feeling in their system what it's all about. Okay, because the reason why the divine masculine has been stuck in these relationships, so this is the 5D, this is the frequency of unconditional love, and the only reason why they were here is because they were lacking the connection. They were lacking the connection with source, pure unconditional love, Mother Gaia energy, and they were seeking that in distorted patterns that were never able to give them what they were looking for. And so the process of individuation has happened for the divine masculine to embody to learn what distorted conditional love is from karmic, oh, this is the card, from karmic partnerships. And now they trust in their own inner guidance. They have known what love from source. And, karmic energies, they really push you to your limits so that you can just, like, I'm almost seeing someone who's like on their knees, just praying, and almost like because you're so challenged by these relationships, you go to source. You stop looking around in the 3D, because you're never going to get what you want in this 3D world, in these karmic relationships. They are templated and wired to not give you what you want, what you seek, so that you know that it's never going to be found out there, but in connection to source. And you see how this 5D is much more connected to source, because this is all about the new earth. This is, us living, merging with the divine frequencies. So The 3D is all about the, codependency, meaning trying, using other people. And the self is also codependency. So the masculine collective has really left codependency behind, because the 3D world is all about using other people to meet our needs, which is what codependency is all about. I just saw 1122, which is exactly 1-1 is independence, the self, and 2-2 is, partnerships, but it can also be codependency. So the masculine collective has learned the lesson that unless, this is also the card of wholeness, that's what I'm hearing, unless they're whole within themselves, meaning the real unconditional love, source energy, mother energy, will never come from the karmic relationships, and that can be their own mother, which I know it's a very tough process to go through, but from source. Because so long you're going to invest into 3D connections that are actually keeping you away from the divine. I just saw 1212, from the divine and your connection to source, which is your purpose and the whole new earth. So long you're going to invest into this 3D, you're going to be deprived of the real unconditional love. Whoa, I like this message. So let's get right into tarot. By the way, I gotta say, codependency is a very, 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 very challenging lesson to learn. We've all been there. We've all had to go through it. And it's our ticket to the new earth, learning codependency. Yeah, Ace of Cups, a new beginning, a new emotionally fulfilling beginning, which can never happen in the 3D relationships, because codependency is the absence of love. It's not love, it's the absence of love within ourselves. And so it's the difference between love, what we thought was love in the 3D, Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, what we thought, and the Justice. What we thought was love in the 3D, which was codependency, which was recycling with the mother here. I'm hearing recycling the patterns, the codependent patterns from within the family. Okay, and obviously we are here to break the generational cycle. So the difference was the love, and the capital letter love, which is unconditional love, love from source, love from God, justice. Justice for me is the God card. And the love in small letters is the conditional love, the 3D love, 6 of Cups. The conditional love that we have been recycling on Earth. And the way out of it is seeing through the illusion that it's not love, it's actually the absence of love. Oh, death. Okay. So I want to clarify, the messages are coming through so fast. Okay. Amazing. Amazing. When you have both the death and the tower in a reading, you're done with the past. And the 6 of Cups is my past card. It's the 6 of Cups for me is the childhood nostalgia. The divine masculine is done with the past. I mean, whether you know tarot or not, you don't have to be a genius to read this energy. The divine masculine collective is done. Transformation, justice, the God card. They are embodying their divine template. They are no longer so invested with the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. They're no longer so invested in the 3D, in the material 3D, but they have learned with the Ace of Cups. They have mastered as well. They are learning. They are incorporating the emotional. Cups is emotional energy. Okay, so they're not so invested in the material, but they're also incorporating the knowledge of the emotional balance. And this is a heavy message. Okay, right, okay, yeah, okay, this is a heavy message. So the masculine collective had to learn how to take back control. Okay, interesting. The feminine collective had to learn how to take back control over their physical reality. with the material in the reverse. And the masculine collective had to learn how to take back control over their emotional body, because everything, the slavery systems, the dark feminine, and everything that has kept the masculine control for 13,000 years during the Piscean age has been targeting their emotional body, their sacral chakra, their sexual energy, their life force energy. And so okay, this is maybe the most important message that we have. Okay, I'm so grateful to be able to channel this. Feminines. The lesson for the divine feminines during 2023 was to take back control over their root chakra, which is the physical world. The lesson for the masculine collective was to take back control over their sacral chakra, which is the emotional world, the emotional body, the sexual energy, the creative energy, because this is how the matrix operates. I shared an episode, I think I called it the God complex, where I talk more in depth about how the slavery system controls the masculine's emotional body. And this starts from a very young age, 6 of Cups, from childhood, where the masculines are programmed to be emotionless, which is nonsense. And so when you're this is exactly where the split begins. The masculine is taken away from their emotional world and told that you only need to invest in the material world, and the emotional stuff, it's not of your business, is what I'm hearing. But when you disconnect them from their emotional body, that's how you can manipulate someone. But someone who is really, and I'm seeing the self, which is individuation, which is sovereignty, which is authenticity. This is my authenticity card. When you cannot be authentic if you're not in touch with your emotions. Oh, and this came to clarify this. Gosh, okay. Wow. And the mother, and this is the masculine and this is the feminine. Oh, this is so beautiful. And God is in the middle. Oh, I almost want to take a screenshot. I mean, I will, but you guys, I'm blown away by tarot sometimes. Like, God is in the middle. This is our divine justice. This is our divine purpose, divine templates. This is the divine template card. This is what we are here to manifest, the divine templates in the physical, so that we can lead others. And so the masculine collective, the process of the masculine collective the past year was all about individuation and taking back control of their emotional body and becoming their most authentic selves through this process of reincorporating their emotions and understanding how that kind of stuff works. And so for the feminines with the mother here, it was about taking back control over their material realm, the physical realm, and not having to be codependent on the masculine. I'm hearing to provide, which is how the codependency begins, right? The masculine relies on the feminine for emotional support. That's codependency. And the feminine relies on the masculine for material stability. And this is how the 3D. This is something that Gary Zukov in his book The Seat of the Soul talks about, is that, the 3D world, the 3D relationships, the karmic relationships are these contracts where you give me material stability and I give you emotional whatever. And it's almost like these people, these relationships, they live in two different realms. There is no closeness, there is no emotional flow, right? It's a contract, it's a business. The old karmic relationships in the 3D, they were an exchange, they were transactional. The 3D relationships, the 3D karmic relationships are transactional. You give me something I lack within myself, and in return I expect something, and it's cannot work, right? In the new earth, we are sovereign, we are gods, we are connected with our sovereignty, we are in wholeness. And so what happens when you don't expect something from the other, think it was the other. What happens when you don't expect something from the other, the divine energy between you can flow. God can come into the relationship because there is no luck. And this is what this process is all about. This process was all about the whole collective understanding. I just saw two. The whole collective understanding what they locked within. What was the distorted templates of the old Earth, how they operate, and what do we need to heal within ourselves to no longer be in these codependent, toxic relationships. Because when the contract leaves, it's almost like a spell, and some can be literal spells. But when you're no longer in the bubble of the karmic relationships, you will realize that it was never divine love. It was never love. It was codependency. And the reason why you felt like you had no control over, or you felt stuck, it is because it felt familiar, one, but second, it is because you're meant to leave you're meant to leave the karmic relationships whole, with wholeness. You're meant to learn God through these challenging experiences. You're meant to come back through your energy connection with source. And I was hearing something very interesting is that, it's not even about the person, it's about the pattern. So you are attracting, if you're codependent, you're going to attract another codependent partner. If you're out there in the world like, oh, I lack emotional connection with my emotional body, let me see who I can find. And, you're going to feel repelled by the people who are in their sovereign energy, those who have embodied their divinity, because they won't allow you to be in your codependent self. They don't operate from transactional energy. And so you're going to find another person who is codependent and, who needs the material support. And so you're going to come together in this codependent transactional contract. But the more we ascend from the 3D and in the 5D, the truth will be revealed with justice. And you'll realize that, oh, wait, we're meant to ascend out of these distorted patterns. We're meant to outgrow these codependent patterns, which feel familiar. The old Earth love with the Six of Cups here gives me the notion as well of familiarity. This is the karmic templates from old life, from the karmic family that we are just recycling, but it's not love. It's just a feeling of nostalgia. Like, oh, this is how it felt with my mother, even though my mother was a narcissist. I'm just making this up, but even though I was not I'm sorry if I'm all over the place, but these messages are just so on point. It doesn't matter if I was not my true self with my mother, but the feeling was so familiar because they are our first contact with the world, right? We think that our families, our mother and our father, we think they're gods. So that's what love must be like, right? It doesn't matter if my mother never saw my real self. It doesn't matter. And I'm saying mother, but it can be, anyone in your family who raised you. It doesn't matter if my true self is not seen. It doesn't matter if my family never loved me for who I am. This is what love must be like. So I must hide my true self to be in a relationship. So I'm never going to reveal my true self, but instead operate from, it's almost like playing roles, right? The 3D karmic relationships are all about playing roles, but not being your true self within those roles. It's like fulfilling a role. It's a job, you guys. It's a job. And it doesn't feel freeing, okay? It feels very imprisoning. With the Tower cards, the Tower are very painful moments of realization, right? So this is why the codependent relationships are very challenging. And, they keep you in this Tower energy, like, just never feeling like it's right, and there is this emotional, and you may have gotten used to this ups and downs, and they keep you emotionally invested because this is how the narcissistic cycles go. But when you take back control over your emotional body, you realize that it's all toxic. Sometimes the tarot card for me is toxic energy. It's not but love, capital letter love, divine justice, unconditional love is all about. Okay, so let's pull starseed cards, and then we're going to wrap this up. We're going to check in tomorrow as well, and weekly starting in 2024, but I'm extremely excited for everything. And also just how this message, like how freaking awesome. I feel like this is like the reason the New Earth card came out. Okay. The reason why I was guided to share this mini workshop on karmic relationships is because we have come out of it. And maybe our guides wanted me to just put a layer of understanding of how they work and how they operate so that we can really, keep them in the past. Okay. This was one of our biggest, what's it called? Missions that every single one of us, regardless of your unique individual mission, but we all had to go through this process of purification and disconnect from, heal the codependency. Codependency is one of the biggest distorted patterns that keep the 3D world going because it's the lack of unconditional love. Trust the timing. Yeah, what I'm hearing is that 2023 has, in terms of how we perceived time, because we were somewhere else, and it felt like 1,000 miles per hour, like in the astral, in the emotional body, but almost like snail pace in the physical. What I'm hearing is with Earth pulsing, and this is also my grounding card as well. Like right now, we're going 2024. We're going to experience time very differently with timing. That's what I'm hearing. It's much more grounded approach, and we're really going to experience. We're going to have the experience of time just very different. That's an interesting message, and it also won't feel like we're going against the grain. Like it will feel like we'll feel much more in flow. That's what I'm hearing. With our destiny. Water your gardens, nourishment, body care, right, taking care of our physical vessels. With water as well, the emotional body comes out again, but mostly, yeah, it's reminding us to ground ourselves. Just want to get one last clarifier for this card because I'm hearing there's a deeper message. Oh, Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Oh yeah, yeah. It's like those of you who have not taken care of your physical vessels, it's time to. I think I shared this in the previous episode, and we're gonna wrap this up because it was a very in-depth message. I think I've shared this in the past that one of the biggest purpose layer that I am here for is taking care of my body, taking care of my physical vessel. Was not the case in the 3D. Because all these systems, gosh, just how unhealthy they are and how much they target our health. Queen of Wands, we have 2 queens coming out. Holy. 10 of Cups. Whoa. All right. The Magician, which is manifestation. The Heart. Okay, gotta be kidding me. What? So we have both the Magician and the Hierophant. The Magician here for me, is prophet energy, okay? So this comes through the templates of the masculine, the Magician and the Hierophant, and the template of the feminines, which is the Queen of Wands and Queen of Pentacles. It's interesting because the Hierophant came out in reverse and the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah. And the Ten of Cups, which is completion, emotional fulfillment, and all the awesomeness that is coming with our purpose. But yeah, these are Queen of Wands. It's okay. The message that I'm hearing, and I'm going to wrap this up with the feminine energy, is that in order for us to be in this Queen of okay, so I just saw 3333. Queen of Wands is action energy, fire energy, go-getter energy. In order for us to really embody to step into our purpose and to fully go towards our mission, we gotta take care of we gotta take back control of our physical reality. And that includes taking care of our physical vessels. And that just comes through. I don't know why, but this message comes through very, very strongly for the feminines. For the masculines, some of you, a lot of you are prophets. There's something about trusting your not yet able to trust in your ability to be a prophet. Okay. Okay. What I was hearing is that some of you right now may be at the level of still needing like 3D proof, like manifestation in the 3D for the visions that you're seeing with the magician before you can really step out into the world and announce yourself as a New Earth leader, as a prophet, as a spiritual leader. And it's interesting because I was guided to share. There is this amazing channeler. His name is Brendan Tobias. You can check him out on YouTube. I was guided to share his name. And I think this is the proof that most masculine need is seeing other masculines, which, there are so many really starting right now to be prophets of the new earth. So what I'm hearing is that the masculine needs more evidence, which is funny because if all of them are just waiting, the whole was saying like, who's gonna step in? I was seeing this like football team, and he's like, okay, we gotta start the game, you guys, but who's gonna step in first? Um, I don't know why I got football, but just the visual anyway, doesn't matter. Right. And it's funny because there's nothing wrong with that, obviously. But what you need to understand, I think what your guides need you to know right now is that these prophets, if you look for them, they are out there. Okay, they may not be mainstream, of course, because none of us in the new earth is really mainstream in the 3D, but just know that they're out there. And so if you need more proof of, physical manifestation of this new earth before you can, because for a lot of masculines that have really been in the groundedness, in the grounded energy, for a lot of them, it still feels like almost out of reach. It still feels like this blurry, illusionary vision, up in the sky vision. So a lot of masculines is what I'm hearing. They need physical manifestation, and it can come through other role models or you taking physical action and taking practical steps, small steps is what I'm hearing, so that you can slowly embody this beautiful heart. I'm overwhelmed at the Hierophant and the Justice card. These, tarot is all about energy and archetypes, okay? So these cards I'm literally feeling the energy of the cards as I'm channeling, right? So to have the Hierophant, the Justice, the Tower, and the Death, these are highly charged energies to channel. So I'm really hearing where we're in the real, we're in the physical now. Because for a lot of us, this has felt like almost like a dream, like something cloudy. But what I'm hearing is that it's the real stuff that we're talking about right now. It's like all the manifestations that we have, our 10 of Cups, our our emotional fulfilling. We're at the beginning of embodying this 10 of Cups, which means that the karmic, Ace is the beginning of a new cycle. Okay, the Death is all these karmic tower energies. Okay, this is the last message, but I feel like I want to channel the whole day. Six of Cups sometimes is, again, it's childhood energy, karmic energy. So the Death is the end of cycle, the end, transformation, completion, whatever. And this is the end of the old Earth and the beginning of an emotionally fulfilling chapter, but we are really at the beginning of it. So our vision, what we were seeing, yes, it was attached to this 10 of Cups, which is just utter fulfillment and just maybe sometimes too intense fulfillment to actually know how to ground it. But what I'm hearing very strongly with the Magician as well is the way we manifest these 10 of Cups, the way we come, the way we build these 10 of Cups is step by step. Okay, so this is a strong message that is coming for the masculines right now. If you see your potential with the Hierophant in the reverse, you don't know how to manifest it, just know that you're right at the beginning of a new cycle. And one step leads to another, and that's how you build your new earth, your new vision, your new life, which is not only a cycle in your life, but the cycle for the whole humanity. And that's why it was also challenging and also hard, because you were literally here to, ascend a whole entire plane of existence. Okay. I feel like I need a big break after this energy, but I really hope that this message landed. And I'll see you guys soon. I'll be doing a check-in tomorrow as well, just for the collective. For all of us. But yeah, I enjoyed these last bits of 2023, and let's roll. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, and bye for now.